Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to be working through the steps to crochet a pumpkin, and this is to go along with the crochet pattern from the Maker's Circle to make a small and large pumpkin. So as you can see here, I've already done my chains. I'm making a large pumpkin for this video, but you could be doing exactly the same and making the small pumpkin. I have crocheted 56 chains. If you're doing a small pumpkin, it would be 36. And I just want to apologise for the state of my nails. I've been doing dyeing this week, so they are grim. So there is a tutorial video in this playlist which shows you how to make these chains. So I'm not going to do that now, but what we're going to learn first is how to crochet a double crochet. So as I said, I've done a chain of 56 here, and the next step in the pattern is to double crochet in each of them. So as per the pattern, we are going to crochet 2 extra chains. 1, 2. So here I am, I've crocheted my 2 extra chains, and what they are going to be is the first post in our row of double crochets. So what you want to do is you want to skip the next 3 chains, because those 2 are the next stitch that's going to sit this way up, and the chain at the bottom is the bottom that they are anchored into. And what you're going to do is you're going to work into this next chain, which is the next space along, the 4th chain from the hook. So what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over, and that just means wrap your hook with the yarn from behind to the front. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put our hook in the 4th chain. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put our hook in the 4th chain and push it through. Then we're going to grab our yarn, so another yarn over, and pull that through the hole, through the chain. So you should have 3 loops on the hook. You're then going to yarn over again and pull that yarn through the first 2 loops on your hook. Then you're going to yarn over again and pull it through the next 2. So now you have a double crochet. So we're going to repeat that, and we're going to work all the way along this row together. So we're going to yarn over, find our next chain, and put our hook through the loop. We grab our yarn and pull that back through. So we've got 3 loops on the hook, one of which is coming through a chain. Then we're going to yarn over again, pull that through 2 loops. Yarn over, through 2 loops. Now we have 2 double crochets. Let's keep going. Yarn over, find your next chain, which is the next space along. Put the hook into that chain. Yarn over, grab your yarn and pull that through the chain. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, take it through 2. Yarn over, take it through 2 loops. Another completed double crochet. Let's keep going. We'll do another one where I talk you through it, and then we'll just do a few in the quiet so you can get the hang of it. So we're going to yarn over and find our next chain. Put our hook in the next chain. Yarn over, bring that yarn through. 3 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. Let's try that again. And like I said, we're going to work all the way along so that every chain in our row has a double crochet in. So I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'll probably pause the video and I'll meet you back near the end of our row. Okay, so I have double crocheted all the way along my row. So you get a nice uniform row, and I have just got 3 stitches left in that chain. So there's 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do those with you now. So we're going to yarn over, Put our hook through the next chain, grab the yarn and pull that through. We're going to yarn over and take it through 2, yarn over and take it through 2. And again, yarn over. Next chain, grab your yarn and pull it through. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Last stitch now. And there you have your completed row. So like I say, for this is a large pumpkin. I've got 56 posts, and I recommend that at this point you count those and you include the first chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, and so on. And what you need to have is, if you're doing a small pumpkin, you need to have 36 posts. And if you're doing your large pumpkin, you need 56 posts. If you haven't got those, you need to go back and fix that. Because if you don't have the right number to start with, your pumpkin will not look right by the end. So this is my pumpkin finished and still flat. It's obviously not been turned into a pumpkin yet. And you can see that you've got 5 distinct panels with a sort of dark shadowy stripe between each of them. And what that is 6 front post double crochets, 1 back post double crochet, and then repeated, so 6 to 1, 6 to 1. And what we're going to do now is teach you how to do that. So what you should have is a row of double crochets at this point. So this is a small pumpkin. I'm actually crocheting a large pumpkin here. It's exactly the same pattern, you just do a few extra increases. So this one is what yours should look like if you've done a 36 chain cast on, and this is the 56 chain cast on. So we're going to carry that on now. So the first step, after you've done your row of doubles, is to chain an additional 2. And the reason we chain 2 here is those chains, that chain 2 counts as your first post in your row. So can you see that, how it just stands straight above this other post? Now what you're going to do is what we call turning your work, and all that means is twisting your work round so you're able to work back along your row. Right, so for the large pumpkin, our next step is to do 10 front post double crochets. So I'm going to do that now. So you've already done a double crochet. A front post double crochet is the same stitch, just insert your hook into a different space. So if you were doing a double, you'd yarn over and you'd go straight into this chain at the top. But we are doing a front post double. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hook in this big gap between the posts, underneath a post and back out the other side. So you're pushing the post to the front. You see that? It goes straight underneath. Then you're going to grab your yarn like you would on a normal stitch and pull it through. So you should have 3 loops on the hook like a normal double crochet, one of which is going underneath a post and pushing that post to the front. Then you're going to yarn over and take that through 2 of your loops. And then you're going to yarn over again and take it through 2 of your loops. And that's your first front post double crochet. And can you see the difference? How this one's sitting further back and this one's standing forward. That's exactly what it does. So we're going to do another one now because I need to do 10 of these. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to take our hook and put it in this gap underneath the next post and out the other side. Then we're going to grab our yarn and pull that through. You should have 3 loops on the hook, one of which is underneath the next post. Grab your yarn, take it through 2 loops, grab your yarn again, take it through 2 loops. We've got 2 front post double crochets. Let's carry on. So yarn over, into the gap, under the post to push it forwards and out the other side. Grab your yarn and pull it through. Yarn over and take that through 2 of your loops. Yarn over again through 2 of your loops. We've now done 3 front post double crochets. So let's carry on. Now don't forget to keep count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 front post double crochets. We're going to do 2 more. So it's yarn over, in the hole and under the post to push the next post forwards or to the front. Yarn over and pull it through. Grab your yarn and take it through 2. Grab your yarn and take it through 2. One more. So we're going to yarn over, under the next post to push it forward. Grab your yarn and pull it through. Yarn over and take it through 2. Yarn over and take it through 2. So there we have our 10 front post double crochets. And then you've got your 1 chain, which acts as a back post in this occasion. So now we're going to do a back post double crochet. So essentially it's the same process, we're just going to push the post to the back instead of the front. To do that, take your hook and you yarn over just like you would for any double crochet. We're then going to take our hook around to the back of the work and we're going to push it up into the front and put it over the top of the next post. So whereas in a front post crochet you'd be pushing the post to the front because you'd be underneath it, you're on top of it and so you are pushing the post to the back. Then we're going to grab our yarn and pull it through. So we've got 3 loops on the hook, one of which is sitting in front of that post. Now this is a bit of a fiddlier stitch, so if you don't get it straight away, don't worry, we're going to do a few of them. So then it's yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. So there's your back post, and can you see the difference? Well, this one's sitting further back than this. So I'm actually only supposed to do one of these here, but I'm going to do a few more so you can see. So let's yarn over, take our hook around to the back and put it up through the next gap between the posts, on top of the post and back down to the other side. Yarn over and pull it all the way through. So you've got 3 loops on your hook. And we're going to yarn over and take it through 2, yarn over and take it through 2. 2 back posts. Yarn over, hook, round to the back of the work and up through the next space. Over the top of the next post, pushing it to the back. Grab your yarn and pull it through. 3 loops on the hook, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Let's do a couple more, and then I'm actually going to have to undo those ones so I can carry on my front post pattern, but I will show you once more, okay? So, yarn over, hook, round the back of the work, up to the front, over the top of the post, pushing it to the back, yarn over and pull it all the way through. 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. And that is front loop, front post double crochet and back post double crochet. The front post double crochet pushes the posts to the front. The back loop, back post double crochet pushes the post to the back. Okay, so I have just finished doing my front post and back posts on the first row of my large pumpkin. So I don't know if you can see them very well, but there they are. I've just done my 10th front post double crochet in the last bit of this row, but what I wanted to point out to you guys is there's still another stitch. So can you see this here? That is where we're going to do our back post double crochet. So we don't want to forget that because otherwise it's not going to be very easy to join together at the end. So we're going to yarn over, round the back and back out the other side, grab our yarn and pull it through. Then we're going to yarn over and go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. And that is your completed row. So our next step in this pattern is to build on this. So if you're doing a small pumpkin, you need to do a reversed row now. So you've got 3 more rows to do until we get to the next sort of part of instructions. But I'm going to do that with you so you know what to do. So for the next row, we are going to chain 2, because once again we're working up another set of doubles. I'm going to turn our work. And what you'll see is on the back, it looks very different. And that is because on this side, your 10 front post double crochets that you did look like 10 back post double crochets, because a front post double crochet and a back post double crochet is the same stitch, just one is reversed. So when you flip your work, all your stitches are reversed. So what you're going to do on this row is 10 back post double crochets and 1 front post double crochet. And you're just going to make sure that you are lining those up as you go along. So what does that mean? What you need to do is you've done your chain 2, so that's your first stitch done. So you've now got 10 back post double crochets to do. So this is where you get your back post double crochet practice in. So you're going to yarn over, going to go around the back of your work, up through the space, over the top of your post, pushing it to the back, grab your yarn and pull it through. And we're going to yarn over and go through 2. I'm going to yarn over and go through 2. I'm going to repeat that. So yarn over, around the back of your work and up through to the top and back down the other side, pushing your post to the back. Grab your yarn and pull that through to the back. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Yarn over, around the back of your work, up through to the top, push it to the back, grab your yarn and pull it through. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. I'm going to keep going. And we're just going to follow the pattern that you've set out in the first row. Put one more back post. And that's my 10 back posts completed. I'm now going to do a front post double crochet here. So I'm going to yarn over, come around to the front of my work and go underneath the post and out the other side, pushing the post to the front. Grab my yarn, pull it through. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. I'm going to carry that pattern along, 10 back posts, 1 front post, all the way along your work until you get to the end. And I am going to meet you back there when we get there. Here I am back at the end of this row. So I just wanted to remind you not to miss the last stitch in this row, which is going to be a front post double crochet. So yarn over, under the post, grab your yarn and pull it through, then yarn over and through 2, yarn over through 2. And that is your second row completed, or your second row of post stitches anyway. So if you're doing a small pumpkin, you will need to repeat both of those rows twice. So you will need to do another front post row and another back post row before you get to the next stage. If you are doing your large pumpkin, you will need to repeat those rows twice. So you'll need to do a front post row, a back post row, then another front post row and another back post row. So I'm going to leave you now. Go away and finish your next few rows of however many you need to do to get to your next steps, and I'll meet you in the next video. Thanks for coming.